Question number 1. What are the different ways in which water gets contaminated? Answer. Water gets contaminated in the following ways. Number 1. Disposal of sewage in rivers. Number 2. Many industries discharge harmful chemical wastes into rivers or streams. Third. Washing of clothes, vehicles, animals near water bodies. Fourth. Disposal of human remains in water. Fifth, due to rains and floods, fertilizers and weedicides are carried away from agricultural fields to the water bodies, which leads to water pollution.
Now we have question before us to discuss the ways in which water gets contaminated. There are different ways in which the water gets contaminated. First of all, the disposal sewage is disposed in rivers at many places. It is not treated before disposing the same into rivers, which is causing contamination of water. Second, many industries are discharging their harmful waste into the rivers or other water bodies. Though many governments have passed relevant legislations or made laws to prevent the same, but most of the industries do not care for the same, and their motive is only to earn profit and not to implement the various measures which may reduce the waste. At certain places, clothes, vehicles, and animals are washed near water bodies, which may be river or canal, and in this way, water also gets contaminated. At certain places, when a person dies, the remains of the human being are disposed of into the water, which is also contaminating water. Whenever there are rains and floods, then the fertilizers and weedicides which are used in the fields gets carried over by the rains and floods, and they flow to the water bodies such as rivers and canals, which is also a source of water pollution.
Next, at an individual level, how can you help to reduce air pollution? Answer. At an individual level, we can help to reduce air pollution in the following ways. Number 1, by using clean fuels such as CNG and LPG instead of diesel and petrol. Number 2, by saying no to crackers. Third, by using public transport as far as possible. Fourth, by planting trees and nurturing the ones already present. Fifth, by generating awareness about air pollution among friends and neighbors. Sixth, avoid driving during rush hours. Seventh, to walk to go to nearby market. Eighth, avoid burning leaves and other materials.
Now we have question before us. What steps can be taken by an individual to reduce air pollution? If somebody thinks that if I don't take any step to reduce air pollution, then it will not make any matter. However, if all of us start thinking in the same way, then the air pollution will rise manifold. So every one of us has to take certain steps to reduce air pollution. So in this direction, we can use CNG and LPG in our vehicles instead of diesel and petrol. Then we should say no to crackers, because when the crackers burst, many harmful gases discharge into the air. If we use our own transport vehicle, then air pollution is more. But if many persons together use public transport, the number of vehicles will reduce on the roads, and the chances of air pollution will also reduce. If we plant trees and nurture the ones which are already present on the earth, then it will increase oxygen in the atmosphere and it will reduce air pollution. One important factor which we can do is generating awareness about air pollution. We should discuss about the harmful effects of air pollution among our friends and with our neighbors, with our relatives, and they should be made aware that we should take steps to reduce air pollution. We also know that when there is a rush in the market or in the bazaar, we should not move out and we should drive only when the driving when the rush hours is off. If we want to purchase anything, we should not go to the remote place by driving our car or motorcycle. Instead, we if the same item is available in a nearby market, we can go to that place on foot, and it will also reduce chances of air pollution, as we will not be combusting any fuel, fossil fuel. Then we should not burn dry leaves or other materials. Instead of burning dry leaves, we should use these dry leaves to make compost.
Next question. Clear, transparent water is always fit for drinking. Comment. Answer. Clear, transparent water is not always fit for drinking because water may appear clean but it may contain many diseases carrying microorganisms or harmful germs and dissolved impurities. So, clear, transparent water also needs to be purified by using water purifiers or by boiling water before drinking.
Now we have question before us whether clear transparent water is fit for drinking. No, clear transparent water is not always fit for drinking, because sometimes the water which is appearing as clear and transparent may contain those germs which are harmful for our body. So clear and transparent water needs to be purified using water purified or boiling water before we use them for drinking or other purpose.
Number 4. You are a member of the municipal body of your town. Make a list of measures that would help your town to ensure the supply of clean water to all its residents. Answer. To ensure the supply of clean water to all the residents, the following steps should be taken. Number 1. All leakages in the pipelines should be repaired. Water should be treated before supplying it to the residents. Third, proper cleaning of water tank from time to time. Fourth, water supply pipes should not come in contact with the sewage pipes. Fifth, main water source must be built in clean surroundings. Sixth, strict laws should be enforced on industrial units which dispose polluted water in water resources. Seventh, people should be made aware to keep the water resources clean. Next, explain the differences between pure air and polluted air. Answer. Pure air. The air which does not have any pollutant is called pure air. Pure air contains about 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and small amount of other gases, etc. It is free from germs and harmful gases. No SPMs in the air. It is fit for breathing and not harmful for living beings. Polluted air. The air which has many pollutants is called polluted air. Harmful gases are in a higher ratio. It contains harmful gases and unwanted substances. High level of SPMs in the air. It is not fit for breathing and harmful for living beings. Next question. Explain circumstances leading to acid rain. How does acid rain affect us? Answer. Burning of fossil fuels such as coal, petrol, and diesel releases many pollutants, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, etc., into the atmosphere. These pollutants mix and react with water vapors and other chemicals present in the atmosphere and form harmful acids like sulfuric acid and nitric acid, etc. These acids drop down with the rain as acid rain. Acid rain affects us in many ways. Number 1, acid rain removes minerals and nutrients from the soil. Number 2, it damages our crops and also makes them unfit for consumption. Third, acid rain makes water in the rivers, ponds, lakes more acidic and hence not good for the survival of aquatic animals and plants. Fourth, monuments and buildings get discolored due to acid rain. For example, acid rain has turned the white marble of Taj Mahal to yellowish. Fifth, tree leaves are damaged by the acid rain.
Now we have question before us to discuss about acid rain. All of us use fossil fuels in motor vehicles in the shape of petrol, diesel. We also use coal in at home or in industries. When we use coal, petrol or oil or diesel, they release many pollutants into the atmosphere. These pollutants go high in the atmosphere and they mix with the water vapors and other chemicals present in the atmosphere. And then these pollutants form harmful acids. These acids come down on the earth with the rain in the shape of acid rain. Acid rain affects us in negative ways. It removes mineral and nutrients from the soil. Acid rain also affects and damages our crops. When this acid rain goes into the rivers, ponds, and lakes, it makes the water in the water bodies more acidic, and the animals and plants which live in those water bodies, it is not good for them. When the acid rain falls on the buildings or monuments, they get discolored. Tree leaves are also damaged by the acid rain.
Next question. Which of the following is not a greenhouse gas? A. Carbon dioxide. B. Sulfur dioxide. C. Methane. D. Nitrogen. So answer is nitrogen is not a greenhouse gas. Gases that trap heat in the atmosphere are called greenhouse gases. These gases lead to the warming of the Earth's atmosphere. Carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, and chlorofluorocarbons, along with water vapor, are known as greenhouse gases. Sulfur dioxide is considered as an indirect greenhouse gas. Nitrogen is a chemical element. Its chemical symbol is simply the letter N. Nitrogen is not a greenhouse gas. For proper digestion of food and growth, human body needs nitrogen. Nitrogen by itself is not responsible for trapping the sun's rays. However, nitrous oxide, which has a chemical symbol N2O, is a greenhouse gas. Next, describe the greenhouse effect in your own words. Answer. The greenhouse effect is simply defined as the way in which heat energy from the sun is trapped close to Earth's surface by greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases include carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxides. These heat trapping gases can be thought of as a blanket wrapped around Earth. During the day, the sun shines through the atmosphere. Earth's surface warms up in the sunlight. At night, Earth's surface cools, releasing heat back into the air. But some of the heat is trapped by the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. The greenhouse effect is a natural process which keeps our Earth a warm and cozy 15 degrees Celsius on average and thus helps in human survival. However, Earth's greenhouse effect is getting stronger as burning of fossil fuels is increasing the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, leading to global warming. Plants can help to balance the greenhouse effect on Earth. A greenhouse is a building with glass walls and a glass roof. Greenhouses are used to grow plants such as tomatoes and tropical flowers. A greenhouse stays warm inside even during the winter. In the daytime, sunlight shines into the greenhouse and warms the plants and air inside. At night times, it's colder outside, but the greenhouse stays pretty warm inside. That's because the glass walls of the greenhouse trap the sun's heat. The greenhouse effect works much the same way on Earth. Greenhouse gases in the atmosphere trap heat similar to the glass roof of a greenhouse.
Now we have before us question greenhouse effect. What is greenhouse? First of all, we should understand that greenhouse is a building which is made of glass. Its roof is also of glass and its side walls are also made of glass. These greenhouses are used to grow plants such as tomatoes, tropical flowers. Even in the winter, when there is lot of cool outside, the greenhouse stays warm. In the daytime, sunlight shines in the greenhouse and the plants and the air inside the greenhouse remains warm. And when at night there is colder outside, even then the greenhouse stays pretty warm inside. So the glass walls of the greenhouse trap the sun's heat. In the same way, greenhouse effect works on the earth. Now, for the purpose of the earth, greenhouse gases trap the heat which comes from the sun and do not allow the heat to go back to the pass out to the pass out of the atmosphere. So these greenhouse gas effect. So this greenhouse effect is a natural process. Carbon dioxide is playing a very major role in keeping the earth warm. If carbon dioxide has not been there, then our earth might have been might colder than what is it is as on day. So greenhouse effect is getting stronger day by day. That is, our earth is becoming hot day by day because we are using lot of fossil fuels in as the number of vehicles are increasing on the earth. Plants can help us to balance the greenhouse effect on earth.
Next question. Prepare a brief speech on global warming. Answer. Slow and steady increase in the temperature of Earth's surface is called global warming. It is a serious environmental issue. It has intensified in recent decades. The globe is heating up. Both land and ocean are more warmer than 100 years ago and the temperature is still going upward. The main reason of global warming is combustion of fossil fuels and deforestation. It is primarily a problem of too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which acts as a blanket, trapping heat and warming the planet. We are feeling the impact of global warming across the globe. Extreme heat waves have caused the death of thousands of people around the world in recent years. Ice is melting at a very high speed in Antarctica since 2002. Many species of plants and animals are facing the risk of extinction due to global warming.
Global warming is a very worldwide issue. It is a very serious environmental issue. All over the world, the temperature is increasing. The main cause of increase in the temperature worldwide is the combustion of fossil fuels and deforestation. Due to use of fossil fuels, the concentration of carbon dioxide and other harmful gases is increasing in the atmosphere and which is trapping the heat and warming our planet. Now, due to the global warming, the incidents of forest fires worldwide are increasing. Ice is melting even at those places where the ice never melt. Though droughts are not the direct consequence of the global warming, but due to global warming, the chances of drought and the impact of drought are increasing day by day. So it is the high time that we should take necessary steps to reduce the use of fossil fuels as well as to reduce the usage of wood so that more and more trees are not cut for industrial or for home purpose, and we should also take steps to plant more and more trees and take necessary steps so that we can use electricity based vehicles or solar based vehicles in future.
Next, describe the threat to the beauty of the Taj Mahal. Answer. Taj Mahal is amongst the seven wonders of the world. It is the most famous tourist attraction of India. It is made up of white marble. The industries located in and around Agra emit air pollutants like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. These gases react with water vapors present in the atmosphere to form sulfuric acid and nitric acid. These acids come down on the earth along with the rain as acid rain. It is the acid rain which is the major threat to the beauty of Taj Mahal. Acid rain corrodes the white marble of Taj Mahal. This phenomenon is called as marble cancer. Soot particles from Mathura refinery are also responsible for yellowing of the marble. To save the beauty of Taj Mahal, the Supreme Court of India has ordered the industries to either switch to cleaner fuels like CNG and LPG or more to far away places. Next question. Why does the increased level of nutrients in the water affect the survival of aquatic organisms? Answer. The increased level of nutrients in the water increases the growth of tiny green water plants known as algae. Once these algae die, they serve as food for decomposers like bacteria. These bacteria consume a lot of oxygen from the water when they breathe. So there is decrease in the level of dissolved oxygen in the water body, and aquatic organisms including fishes do not get enough oxygen and they begin to die. The underground the underground water the underground wastewater treatment structures and agriculture and fertilizers contribute excessive nutrients, nitrogen and phosphorus that enter our rivers and streams, result in growth of algae who harm aquatic habitat.
Now we have question before us, why the increased level of nutrients in water affects the survival of aquatic organisms. First of all, we should understand why the level of nutrients increases in the water bodies. We use underground wastewater treatment structures. Then there are agricultural waste or fertilizers which we use in agriculture. All this, that is underground wastewater treatment structure, and the agricultural waste or agricultural leftouts and the fertilizers, when these things find their ways into the rivers or other water bodies, they result in the increase of nutrients in the water bodies. Due to the increase in the nutrients in the water, there is the growth of algae. When there is the growth of algae, you can see this is the growth of algae. When they grow, they harm the aquatic habitat. How they harm? When these algae die, they serve as food. They become food for what? They become the food of bacteria. When bacteria come into the picture, they consume a lot of oxygen. As they consume oxygen, these bacteria consume oxygen, the amount of oxygen present in the water decreases. So the aquatic organisms such as fishes do not get enough oxygen from the water bodies and they begin to die. So when the level of nutrients increases in the water, it adversely affects the aquatic organisms.
Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.